Hello, beautiful creatives. It's me again, Michelle with Inner Journey Studios, and I am back for part two of my Rocketbook. Um, my love to share with you my Rocketbook stuff. So I just did a video that I shared with the Fusion, the Rocketbook Fusion, the notebook, and kind of how I use it and what it's about. But I also wanted to share with you the Panda, what are we calling it? The Panda Planner. Let me get this back up. Sorry, guys. There we go. So it's the Panda Planner, the Rocketbook Panda Planner. It's a really great planner. I'm actually enjoying it. I'm still struggling a little bit. I love a planner. Oh, I love the paper and the thickness of it and paging through and having like this book, right? But I always hate that I don't necessarily use all of the pages. I don't necessarily, I skip weeks sometimes or days or, whatever. And I feel like by the time I get done with it, whether it's a 3-month one or a year-long one, that when I get done, I feel like I've wasted a lot of it often. So I don't love that feeling of it, but I do like the thickness of that feel of having it. So I decided to give the Panda Planner, the Rocketbook Panda Planner a try because the Rocketbook is a reusable, like I showed you with the Fusion, it's a reusable notebook, it's reusable paper. So you can write on it, you can keep it as long as you need, and then you just use some water and the microfiber cloth when you're done, and you just wipe it right off, and then you can reuse it again. So I just wanted to show you how I'm using the Panda Planner and a little bit about my thoughts on it. So let me pull that over. There it is. All right, so the one that I'm using right now is the executive size. And I don't remember the exact size. I said the same thing in my other video. I think it's like a 6x8 or 5.5 by 8.5 or something. It's roughly half the size of a letter size, an 8.5 by 11 notebook, roughly. So I like this size. I can throw it in my purse. I can take it with me. It's easy to use. I'm thinking I might want to try the letter size one though. It's like the big one because I really love having all the space. So I'm a little conflicted on that right now. But right now I'm using this one. I have hacked it a little bit by putting some tabs on so I can easily get to the main things that I want. This is a 90-day planner, which I love, 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 because I plan by quarters. So every quarter, every 3 months, I do a new plan anyway with my goals, with my objectives, with what I'm focusing on. It's like every 90 days, I either change my planner. It doesn't matter if I'm using a year-long one, but I will sit down and redo my goals and my what I'm trying to get done and what my focus is for that 90 days. And that kind of helps me to stay excited and focused and motivated to get things done, theoretically. Sometimes it works better than others, but that's the motivation behind it. So I love that this has 3 months, and then I have my goals here, week 1, week 2, and the daily. So I really like, if you didn't see the other video, basically the Rocketbook is a reusable notebook. It has these plastic type pages, but they're really nice. They don't feel like paper, but they're not plastic either. They have just a really nice smooth texture to them. I love. These symbols are all the different places that I have set up for my pages to go when I scan them. So here's the beauty of this. You write everything you want. You want to save it? Great. You tell it through the app, you tell it where you want it to go, you scan it, and it automatically puts it in whatever folder you have designated. So I have folders. I have an email one. I've got Google Drive, Dropbox, Trello, iCloud, and GoodNotes. Those are the different applications that I have set up to accept my pages from here. So I can, like this would be Panda Planner. So I would scan this, and I would send it to my Google Drive that I have set up for my Panda Planner. And then when I want to go see what I have in there, bam, it's all right there. So that's kind of cool. So this has a year-long thing where you can put important dates and stuff. It's nice. I don't know that I use it really that much, but I'm trying. This I love because I've got the 3 months set up. So I've got April set up right now. I'm getting ready to do May. I generally do 1 month at a time, if I'm being honest. I will leave this on until the end of June, but I usually go month by month. Like this week, I will set up May for myself and get that all together. And then we've got June. I love this. This is all goal setting, writing. And this is kind of how I do mine anyway. So this is perfect for me. I like to answer questions. I like to do all the free writing. I like to identify my goals, figure out what I want, how I'm going to know I get there, habits that will help me to get there. I absolutely love how this is set up now. I love that. I did this back in March. These I did in March, so I actually need to redo it. This month, April, is gone so fast. So I actually want to redo and update my goals for this 90 days, which we're getting to more like 70 days at this point. And then you can block it out so you can start tracking to make sure that you stay on your goals. So I think this is cool. Obstacles you might come across. If this happens, then I'll do this to try help keeping you on track. So I actually love this whole goal setting part. This is like right up my alley. It's kind of a shortened version of what I often do in my 90 days. But as I did this the first time, I was like, this really has everything I need. So I'm really excited to do that for this 90 days to give it a try. And then it's got other things for motivation to keep you motivated, rewards, and then you sign it and date it on the end that you're committing to do that for yourself. There are studies. Personally, I think this is a little cheesy. I don't know. I'm like, really? I'm going to sign it for myself. But apparently there are studies that have been done in this field that say that when you sign it and you commit it like this, that you're more likely to follow through on it. So you know what? When I sit down to redo this, I'm going to sign it. I'm going to see. I'll let you know. So then you get into, this is for 1 week, and then this is for 2 weeks. So you can do 2 weeks at a time to plan it out. And this is perfect for me because I usually do 1 week at a time. So now I'm doing 2 at a time, which is great. I just erased this one the other day. And I love, you can do what you're progressing, like how well you feel like you're progressing on your goals, what your wins were last week, what you learned, how you'll improve, things to do to make this week great. And I really, really like this. I love this actually, because I don't know about you, but I get going in a to-do list and I get going in my tasks, like I got to do. And I sometimes forget to take a step back and look at the bigger picture or look at where I might want to focus my time and attention. So I do love that, personal, work, family, friends, relationship. This just, I think, is great for helping to keep on track. You can track your habits up here. And those would be the ones over here, the key habits 1 and 2. So you can do your key habits here. You can put them up here to remind you, to stay on track with things. So for me, I love this repetition where I've got it written here, but then I've got to write it here too. I've got it here, but then I'm putting it here also. That helps me to keep it in my mind. That helps me to keep it fresh so I don't get bored with it, believe it or not. And then I like, projects, things that I want to focus on this week, any notes, anything like that, goals. And then this is a continuation of this. So I generally at the end of the week will erase all of this because there's not really anything I need to keep. But what I love about this, if there's something going on that week that I want to save this, I can save it. I can just scan it into my Panda Planner folder I have on iDrive. and then I've got it saved. But I'm not having to like keep track of paper and where did I put that paper I wanted to save? And I think there was something, but now I can't find it. Those of you that can keep track of paper, oh my gosh, I am not worthy because I am not one of them. My papers end up everywhere, and all of my good intentions to have file systems and that, no, just no. I end up with paper everywhere and I can't find anything. So I love that this helps to keep things in one place for me, and it's digital, so it's not like all over the place, which I love. Um, and I like having the goals for the week. So you can see this is I didn't fill this out for last week, and that's okay. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't, y'all. I do the best I can. Some weeks I have this is like covered from top to bottom, and some weeks it's a little more sparse, like this week, and I'm okay with that. But I've got my goals, which I love, set down, and these are the things that I really want to make sure I do. If I do nothing else, I want to get these done. Sometimes they're personal, sometimes they're business, but I get them done regardless. And then we go into the days of the week. And this is a lot going on. So I'll just show you, this is today. So let me just show you a blank page because I know I get overwhelmed looking at all of this. So what you have is it has a place for meditating if that's your thing. If it's not, just ignore it or put something else in. Maybe you want to do something else there. I like that because I am trying to meditate every day. So this is a good reminder. In the morning, I try to sit down and list 3 things I'm grateful for and 3 things I'm excited for in the morning, just to kind of get my day going well. Whatever affirmation I have that day, I'll just put something down. I don't overthink it. What I want to focus on. So I usually I will either pick a broad topic, like I'm focusing on my membership today, or I'm focusing on videotaping tutorials today, or I'm focusing on my daughter today. We're going to do some stuff and this is going to be her day. And that just kind of keeps whatever I'm really wanting to make sure I focus on. That helps me do that on a broader thing. Sometimes it'll be more specific. Sometimes it'll be like I'm currently working on a special type of journal. It's a butterfly tag journal that I can't wait to show you guys soon in the next couple of days. I'm hoping to have it done. But I love that because I can put that there. So I can remind myself, this is the project today. Stay focused, stay off Pinterest, stay off Facebook, get off of Google, and focus on what you're creating today. So that just kind of helps keep me accountable. And then working out, I love this because I'm trying to move more every day. So again, this kind of helps to keep me a little honest. Some days I get there, some days I don't. And then you have room for 5 priorities. 5 I generally don't get done. Honestly, 3 is a good amount for me. Like these are the 3. The focus is where I really want to put my attention, but these 3 are my priorities. Do or die, these get done. And then anything else is fabulous, but these are the things to get done. And then on this side, there's a space for schedule, which again, I like so that I can visually keep track of what I have going on in the day. I usually put like appointments or anything that has a time on it. I put there, or anything like over here that I need to put a time on to make sure I get it done. I will add that into here too. And then this is just tasks and notes. This is often, honestly, is where I'll put a lot of my like laundry and take a shower and, clean the living room and whatever, like the more mundane stuff. I know I actually do take a shower some days. Not that I don't shower, y'all, but some days you get going and it's like, oh, I got to remind myself, because if I get up and I don't do that right away in the morning, I'll forget. I'll forget. I just kind of get going and I'm like, oh, I gotta take a shower, y'all. So I write it down there. Should I be sharing that with you? Probably shouldn't, but there you have it. Now you know. So by the way, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you're watching on replay, just hashtag replay. Let me know that you're watching. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Are you a planner person? Do you love using a planner? Are you digital only? Are you analog and digital? I tend to do both of them. So I would love to hear how you do your planning. because I'm obsessed with planning. I am obsessed with like figuring this out for myself. And I was not natural at this. I just want to be totally honest. I was not a natural planning person. Um, it has taken me a lot of years. I paid a lot of money to take courses to figure it out. And I am always up for hearing how other people are doing it because I'm always trying to find ways to hack my brain to be able to get done the things that I'm trying to get done. Because even with all of this, I still miss stuff. So definitely let me know if you have any tips or tricks in the comments. So then notes, anything I want to put about the day. And then at the end of the day, what were my wins today and what will I do tomorrow to improve? And I will tell you this works. Yesterday, no, not yesterday, the day before, okay, because this is today. So Tuesday, put up get earlier to start working earlier. Y'all, I'm not an early morning person, full disclosure, not an early morning person. I was up at 6 a.m. today. What? I know. Now, some of you are totally early morning people, and you're like, well, yeah, when else would you get up? Let's just say I don't get up at 6 a.m. Add a few hours onto that. I'm not. I stay up late at night and get up, later in the day. But I am no longer a late night person. I don't do late nights. I learned this technique the other day with Marie Forleo. I do not do late nights. So I am trying to hack my brain to get to bed earlier because I do early mornings. I really don't, but I'm trying so hard, y'all. Trying so hard. I want a gold star for that. Okay, so it did. It helped me get up early this morning to get my stuff done. All righty. So then the other part of this is, oh, look, we can erase one because that's right. Okay, this was the one I had made a mistake. I'd skipped pages. So let me just show you, in case you didn't see the other video, the magic of this. So this day I don't need, right? This is done. I don't need it. But what do we do? Why is this so thin? How can I do my entire life for years on end with this? And there's only a handful of pages. Well, once I scan anything I want or rewrite anything I want, all I do is put some water on it. I take my handy dandy microfiber cloth that they give me. Look at it. It's got the cute little arrow. I love it. And then all I have to do is wipe it off. Y'all, how freaking cool is that? This is now ready for me to use another day. I love that. Look at that. Like, if I miss a day this week, I'm not wasting any paper. If I don't plan for a whole week for some reason, I'm not missing out at all. Like, not at all. I'm not wasting paper. I'm not wasting a planner. I'm not getting done at the end of the quarter or at the end of the year feeling guilty about all the paper that I didn't use and all the paper I did use, and then going, do I save it? Don't I save it? Because then I always go through this thing of what if I need it, or maybe I should save it to look at it later. With this, I have to decide. I only have 7 days. I only have 7 daily pages. I have to make a decision. Am I keeping this? Great, let's scan it. Am I not keeping it? Great, let's erase it. And one of the things that I will often do throughout the week, like you can see here, this was something that I wanted to make sure that I not saved, but this was something I wanted to remember. So now as I go through, and you can highlight, they have highlighters you can use. Where's my highlighter? I could highlight it if I wanted to, instead, and that will dry eventually. I could highlight that whole thing. But mark it somehow, and that way when I'm going through at the end of the week, I know what I want to save. Do I want to scan the whole page, or do I want to just put this somewhere? And I can just throw it wherever I need it. I can scan the whole page and put it in a file, or I can just copy this down somewhere in a different note somewhere else. So I think that's just awesome. Okay, so 7 days, you have a full week of daily, so you've got 3 monthly, 2 weekly, and 7 daily pages. And then at the end, here's the only thing I'm really not loving about this, y'all. I'm just going to be honest with you. They only have, I mean, what the heck, man? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 pages at the end. There's like a blank page. There's 2 dot matrices, 2 lined, and 1 blank. I would love to have more notes in here because I just feel like that's not enough. I mean, look at this. I only have a few things and it's already full. Admittedly, I probably need to put some of these in my other notebook instead of having them here, but it's project planning stuff, so I want it in with my planner, you know? So that's the only thing I don't love about it. I am thinking about hacking this page and taking a Sharpie and making a meal planning page out of this so that it is set up, because I do meal planning every single week. And again, I buy books for meal planning, you know, like notebooks and stuff. And I've tried so many different things and I don't save them. I know some people do so that they have the menus later and it's supposed to be easier and that, but I just don't work that way. I'm kind of like a week to week and I have some favorite menus, but I'm always trying new stuff. So having these books with these pages in, it's like one more thing to keep up with. So I'm actually thinking about just doing 1 page here, using a Sharpie to make a permanent template that will then be my meal plan. But what's holding me back is that then now I'm only down to like 4 pages. So that's my one complaint. Wham, 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 wham. I'm just crying here. Sad, as my daughter would say. But it's okay. You know, I mean, there's workarounds for that. Overall, I'm really liking it. Overall, I'm liking it. It is a little weird, though, having it so thin because I am used to a thicker one. But I do love not having all of those papers, like a thick planner to figure out what to do with at the end of the quarter or the end of the year. And then, like, going through it all to see if there's any notes or phone numbers, because I don't keep up with it as I go along. Otherwise, I'm just being honest. So this makes me keep up with it every week. Like I have to keep up with it or I don't have, you know, my daily pages for next week. So that's been really positive for me. The other thing is I feel like these are a little big. I put them on myself, so I can always change them, but you know, they feel a little big to me. So I may look at seeing if I can make or find some that are a little smaller, maybe shorter or something. And you don't have to have those on at all. I just like them because that way I can easily find what I am looking for. All right, y'all. I think I covered it all. I love this. I really am loving this. I may try in my Rocketbook, I showed this before, they do have 2-week spread and they do have the month, but there's no daily pages. But I was thinking about maybe trying this. Like, is this enough room for me for every day? I don't know. I used to plan on something like this, but I do like the idea of having it all together because it has all the pages in. But right now, I'm happy with this. I'm going to use this for this next quarter, and then I'll decide what to do after that. All right, y'all. Let me pop back on here. There I am. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. A little peek into my planner, how my brain works for better or worse, and how I'm currently using this to try to plan out my days and my life to, you know, maximize my time and my productivity and to be able to get everything done. I'm still not 100% where I want to be, but I do feel like using a planner like this does help me. Now, I don't use just this. I also use Google Calendar. So my Google Calendar is my on-the-go calendar. I just wanted to let you all know. So I put all my appointments in my Google Calendar. Hey, Lisa Marie, how are you? I'm talking about the Panda Rocketbook. I know you know how much I love my Rocketbook. Lisa Marie was with me when I had mine for the first week. We were on a business retreat together. So she got to see firsthand how I was totally geeking out over the Rocketbook and the Panda. Actually, I'm not sure if I had the Panda Planner yet, but I definitely had the Rocketbook Fusions, and I was carrying them everywhere. I actually still, I need to download it, Lisa Marie, but I still have my notes. Oh, brainstorming with Lisa Marie right there. Brainstorming with my girl. Lisa Marie is one of my favorite business accountability people. I love you, Lisa Marie. So as far as what I use, I definitely use the planner. I like to have a hard copy planner, whether it's the Panda Planner or something else. I've used a variety over the years, but right now I'm obsessed with the Rocketbook Panda Planner. But I do use it with Google Drive. So on the go, everything goes, everything that happens around me goes into my not Google Drive, Google Calendar. It all goes into my Google Calendar. Every month I sit down and transfer for that month what's in my Google Calendar into my month here. So in May, I'll sit down for May and I'll write I love that this is undated, by the way. So if I miss a month or whatever, no guilt. So I'll put everything in there. And then every week I sit down, I use the month in here to fill out my week. And then I'll do a quick check with my Google Calendar to make sure I haven't missed anything. So I'm a work in progress. Some days, some weeks I hit it right on and some weeks I don't. But it is consistency for any of us. So the more you do it, I often hear people that are struggling. They're like, oh, I can't figure it out. I've got so much going on. I don't know why. I can't keep everything straight. And I get it. Firsthand, I get it. I have been there. And even now, sometimes I get there if I'm not being consistent with my planning. But if you can show up for yourself each day and put some intention into planning, it can make all the difference for you. And you don't have to get it perfect. You don't even have to get it right every day. But just showing up to try will make all the difference. Oh, thank you, Lisa Marie. I appreciate that. Vice versa. If anybody is looking to do a retreat, like a team building retreat or a destination with their business, Lisa Marie is your gal. She does the most amazing business and personal retreats, team building, anything like that. She is incredible. So check her out, Inspired by Lisa Marie. Oh, stop, Lisa Marie. You are amazing. The amount of stuff you do, I am in awe. We are all a work in progress. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yes. All right. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Whether you're watching live or on replay, I would love to hear your thoughts on the Panda Planner, the Rocketbook Panda Planner, or if you want to share what kind of planner you use or how you do your planning, please share your tips and tricks in the comments, because I know I'm not the only one that would love to find new ways to hack my brain, to be more productive, to be able to get things done and not to forget everything all the time. And we can help each other out. So I hope this inspires you in your quest to, be organized and plan your life. And I hope you will share some inspiration also. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. I am here to help you out the best that I can. Oh, thank you, Lisa Marie. I love seeing you today too. Thank you. All right, everybody. I'm Michelle with Inner Journey Studios. Please like my video or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Like my page, subscribe. You know what to do. All that good stuff, all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.